Hello, I'm your host, Sadie Christie, and this is The Word. This week, my word is food. Growing up, my mother introduced us to every kind of food imaginable and also made us help in the kitchen, cooking and cleaning. As a result, I love to cook and I love to eat. The thing I probably love to eat most is seafood. I love a really great seared tuna steak. But on to my opinionated peers. What's your favorite kind of food to eat?
Smoked salmon.
Peanut butter chicken. It's just a sauce. It's just regular chicken with like rice and stuff, but a sauce.
I like Italian food.
Probably Italian food.
I like Thai.
Ribs.
Pasta.
Healthy food. I like homemade food, good homemade food.
I'm a big fan of Italian food. I really like all the pastas and the tomato sauce.
Pizza. I love it so much. I eat it pretty much every day.
Greek food, specifically Amassini Zero. And it's basically just like a pita with meat and onions and tomatoes and tzatziki sauce.
I like chocolate. Chocolate is really good. And mangoes are also really good.
I like Vietnamese food and Greek food. I love them so much. They're so tasty.
As I said, I grew up in a house that ate everything, so there are very few things that I would never try. I am a huge carnivore, however, there are some things I'm sort of not that fond of. Kidney, liver, heart, anything that reminds me that the animal is still living, I usually try to stay away from. But besides that, there's not very many things that I wouldn't eat or at least try first. But I know that a lot of people vary on this issue, so I want to hear from you. What's something that you would never eat?
Chili just seems kind of gross.
Crickets.
No, I pretty much eat everything. I like food.
If it's edible, I'll pretty much eat it.
I don't eat cabbage or Brussels sprouts.
Seafood.
Pork.
Meat, aside from fish. I also don't eat carrots or cauliflower or broccoli or celery.
I actually gave up fast food this year, so I'm all for not eating any of that.
I cannot stand cauliflower. I think it's the texture. It's disgusting. Cooked, raw, anything.
Lamb, because it's too chewy.
Fish eggs are really disgusting.
Yeah, that and octopus. I would never eat octopus.
Being on a student budget often makes it difficult to eat the foods that we know and love. I know for myself, I have very little money to put towards being creative in the kitchen, and instead find myself buying only the staples that give me the necessary nutrients I need. While I try to not eat on campus as much, because I do find that it is overpriced, I do like to indulge once in a while in Harvey's and other options around campus. So, my next question to you is, do you think that there are enough options on campus?
I think it does. I think a lot of the food is very expensive, but if you can afford to, you can get a good variety of food.
Yeah, I think, I visited this campus a couple times, and every time I come, I like the smells and everything. It smells really good, and there's some good food and stuff. And I like the fact that there's a nutrition center or whatever, so it's kind of cool.
It doesn't offer many exotic options. I mean, there's the healthy versions you can get and the spoke food too, the pub food. So I think it's okay.
I like the foods they have on campus. I would like to see a Quiznos though. That'd be pretty cool.
Prices can be lower, but the food choices are pretty good. So.
Same thing, really. Just the pricing is too high.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's good enough.
Yeah, for the most part.
No, not at all. My one friend at McMaster, she was telling me about all of the healthier food options that she has. I know I live in residence this year, and my options are really limited. I mean, I'm lucky that there is a vegetarian option every day, but more often than not, it's deep fried, makes me feel like shit kind of food.
I'm not really a student here. I'm just a co-op student, but I kind of agree. I came in here, and this is pretty much all the food that I would see at a mall or something. I don't think that it's any healthier options.
It's kind of disturbing because you know that they would never be able to get rid of the Harveys or the other fast food restaurants just because you know how deep the ties are that those companies have with our university. We all know that we're sponsored by Coke practically, therefore we'll never see bottled water be erased from our campus. So it's kind of disturbing to see that.
It could be better, but there are some good choices out here.
Yeah, I'd say so. You have your Harvey's, and then the Manchu Walk if you want something different. And everyone likes extreme pita. And Subway is an essential. You got that, and then Tim Hortons. Everyone just loves Tim Hortons.
They need like healthier choices for sure.
I think they've been doing a good job like incorporating like gourmet and homemade stuff. They run out of stuff really fast. They need like more than soups and pasta. They need like
Salads.
Yeah, something better.
When I first moved to London, I was surprised by all the fantastic restaurants here. I like to consider myself a connoisseur of London's dining options, and a few of my favorites include Chancey's, the Black Trumpet, the Tasting Room, and my all-time favorite, La Casa. All of these restaurants are, of course, out of my price range on a usual day, but for a date or a special occasion, they are excellent options that will leave you wonderfully satisfied. So, on to my next question. What's your favorite place to eat in London?
I like the Dragonfly. They have very healthy, good food.
It would have to be Bertoli's or Garlic's.
I like Gozen.
My girlfriend's grandma's house, I guess.
Ben Tan's, nice Thai place downtown.
East Sides.
In London, I really enjoy Eastside Mario's because of the lots of salad and bread.
Fellini Collini's. It's so good. You would die.
Probably Thai food is amazing Thai food.
Oh my god, there's this Ben Tan. It's this Vietnamese place near White Oaks. It's amazing. They have really good pad thai.
Maggie's is a really amazing lounge, and it's so fancy, it's so nice, and they have the best food here in London.
Okay, I love my next question because I'm hoping to get some really adventurous answers from some of my fellow students. So far on my roster, I have alligator, shark, buffalo tongue, and crickets as the most unique things that I've ever eaten, but everyone's opinions on what's strange and unique is different. So what's the most bizarre thing you've ever eaten?
I've eaten pigtails. They're roasted and you just sort of chew on them.
Probably shark fin soup. I ate that in Australia.
I'm Polish, so we eat lots of weird things like pickled herring. It's good. It's fish.
I had a small bite of seal penis once.
I once had cow's tongue, but it's not as exciting.
Probably caviar. That was pretty strange.
Frog's legs. Tried that. It pretty much tastes like chicken.
I guess in Poland, I tried pierogies, and instead of sour cream on top, they put vanilla yogurt, and it was probably the most disgusting combination I've ever had. Frog legs.
Probably like the octopus thing before. Like octopus is pretty random, but it tastes good. Calamari is so. Oh, that's squid. It's still really good.
I don't usually put like weird things in my mouth, but I was in Dominican Republic and I ate this oyster and it was raw. It was just out of the sea, and this guy came and he's like, just put lemon and salt on it. And I'm like, are you sure that's healthy? And he's like, yeah, just eat it. And then I sucked it out of the shell.
Now, as I mentioned before, I love to cook, and my favorite thing to cook is soup. Now, I count stews and chilies in this also, but I love making a big pot of Thai soup, hearty vegetable soup, or thick, creamy chowders. I love soup because it's a great option for any season, hot or cold, and it always fills me up and it always leaves me satisfied. And a big pot of soup, if you don't finish it, can always be put in the freezer. But that's just mine. So, for my next question, what is your favorite thing to cook?
Polenta.
Stir fry, or mashed potatoes.
I like to make pasta because it's quick and pretty nutritious. I mean, depending on what you put in.
I like baking desserts like cakes and brownies and stuff.
I make good breakfast, bacon, eggs, and stuff like that.
Hamburgers.
Pasta.
Soup. I love cooking soup. Like soups with a lot of good stuff crammed into it is probably my favorite thing to make. Or pasta. I love making pasta.
I like making chili because you can always put your own spin on the recipe.
Pasta. It's easy, fast, and I could eat it every day.
Alfredo pasta.
I like making pasta because it's easy and it tastes good.
I do not know how to cook.
Well, that's it for me. As always, thanks so much for tuning in. Our show just wouldn't be a show without the continued support of our fellow UWO students and viewers just like you. So, from all of us here at The Word, we wish you yummy treats to you and yours. I'm your host, Sadie Christie, signing off.